We're glad to have with us Chris Moy. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. I'm here and I'm happy to be here.
Great, great. So tell us, what have you been up to since the One Call days?
Man, that feels like, it's strange because it feels like it was just yesterday, but it also feels like it was a long time ago. It kind of was. What was that, like 3 years ago?
3 or 4 years ago, yeah.
3 or 4 years ago,
yeah.
wow.
Time flies.
Yeah, I mean, since then I've been, you guys would probably be happy to hear that I've been working a lot with Justin.
Yes.
Like actually since right before the group broke up, Justin and I had started working on music together, and then the group disbanded, and we were like, oh, I guess we should just continue working on stuff. So I would go out to LA, and I'd stay at his house, and we'd work on music, and I'd do that a couple times a year, and I've been doing that for like the past 3 years between LA and Orlando, because of course, you know, we used to stay at the compound, so Johnny's been kind enough to let us like go and use his resources and use the studio and just record all this music over the past 3 years. And slowly that kind of turned into Justin's project.
That is so neat. Are you going to release any music of your own soon? Any of that?
Of my own? I'd love to, but I mean, right now the primary focus is Justin's project, and that'll come in time. Like it's definitely in the cards, but it's not here now.
Right. How did you like co-writing with Justin? Like, what type of songs are you guys gonna have?
It's kind of hard to say. Like, there's no real specific sound. Like over the past 3 years, we've been kind of developing a sound for him and together as co-writers and producers. So there's a lot of urban influence. There's a lot of pop stuff. There's some kind of electronic sounding stuff that you remember from like Blacklight and a lot of the later One Call stuff. So there's a lot of little elements here and there that you'll be like, oh wow, I remember this sort of sound. And there's also new stuff that you'll be like, wow, I didn't know Justin was capable of doing these things.
Like, we asked Justin too, what at this point, 3 years later, like from One Call, made him want to release this music at this time frame?
I mean, I think like we would have loved to release it like immediately, but it's about getting it right. You know, you don't want to release something too prematurely where it's just like you want everything to be polished and the whole picture needed to be set in place. The Heartbroken is only one piece of the puzzle, and we needed to create all the other puzzle pieces to put it all together to create Justin Thorne and his album.
Right. And how did you know, like, how do you guys know that moment that it is perfect and ready to go? Like, okay, all the pieces might be together, but then you're like, still not ready to release it. What gave you that, okay, now it's like perfect?
You're right, because we had did the video, we had done the video like over a year ago, and we thought like almost immediately it was going to be edited and stuff. But really, I mean, Justin's been doing this thing on his own. Like, he doesn't have a label. He's really starting from the bottom and just rising so quickly and doing all this work. Like, he's the hardest working person I know, putting all of this together. Like, he's beyond just a singer-songwriter artist. He's a producer, he's a director, he like put the whole video together.
That's crazy.
Like, all the work that he's doing. So I'm so proud of him, and I'm really excited for all the stuff that's to come. But I got kind of sidetracked, but I don't know. I don't think there was like a definitive moment where we knew this is it, now we're going to put it out. Like, once the video was done and edited, we had to put together a kind of a marketing plan to figure out how we were going to release things through time. And yeah, so from there on, it was like, okay, once the video is released, like, that's it. Like, now the ball is rolling. Now we gotta put out more and more content and start releasing more music. So I don't know if he told you what the next step is, but he plans to release an EP soon. So.
Yeah, is there a certain time frame that you guys wait to release that music, or just when you guys are ready to go? Or there's kind of like a...
yeah, I think it's just when it's ready to go. I mean, we would love to release it as soon as possible, so hopefully sometime this summer. I know that the fans are really eager and anxious to hear more stuff, but it's coming, and it's there. We have it ready, and we're ready for everyone to hear it. We just got to find the right moment to do it.
Exactly. Now, can you tell us anything about the name Faces?
So Faces is just like one of those little like inside things that he had in his relationship. Like, you know, like cutesy pet names that you have, like Sweetheart and stuff. One of his was Faces. Because of all the faces she would make. She would make these like silly faces. And so that always stuck with him. And he wrote a song called Faces, a beautiful song. It's my favorite song on the album. And I'm so disappointed that I didn't have a part of it. I didn't write it with him.
Oh, really?
I did engineer his vocals, so I do kind of have a part in it, but that song is incredible. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. And yeah, he put together this whole thing, like this whole concept around faces, around like how he sees, like when during the time when he was, you know, going through that heartbreak, he was walking around and he would just see her face in the street and different people like, oh man, she used to do that, oh, she used to do that. So, yeah, I know it's really personal to him. I don't want to get too in depth about it, but he put his heart and soul into this project.
Now, is Faces, what is that going to sound like? Is it going to be a slower song, faster song?
So Faces is a ballad. It's a slow piano song, very Adele sounding, very Adele influenced actually. Mm-hmm. There's some little references in there. You'll catch that when you hear it. It's a beautiful song. I think it's going to be huge. I think people are going to love it. I hope they do as much as I love it. Yeah, he really put his heart and soul into this entire project, but that song really sums it up. Like, that song is what the project is about.
For Justin's music, is he going to have more music videos for all the songs, or...?
Absolutely, we plan to. We would love that, but it's all about resources too. Because, like I said, Justin's putting all this together. We did the video for Heartbroken over a year ago, and he put that all together himself, and that took a lot of time. So we'll see. I mean, I know it's definitely a part of the plan, but unfortunately, I can't give you like a set time where you can expect it.
Will you make any appearances in the video?
I almost made an appearance in the Heartbroken.
Yeah?
I was almost one of the dancers, but I was like, nah, I don't want it to be too reminiscent of One Call.
I know, because we loved One Call's music. Gotta say, it was like top-of-the-line music. We wanted it released. Everybody loved it.
I'm with you. I loved it too, and I wish that a lot of it would have been released, especially all the stuff that we worked on.
Right.
Because towards the end, we were writing all of our own music, and... man, that would have been so rewarding to like get that out there. I mean, Blacklight was out, so that was great. And some of the live shows, you guys got to hear some of the originals as well. But there's a lot of songs that haven't been heard that should be.
Well, I know. Someone somehow leaked them or something. We want to hear the ones that we didn't hear.
I might do it myself.
Yeah, you should. You should. Everyone would love you for that. Now, we hear you have custody of Flo. Is this right?
I wouldn't say custody. I kind of have them. It's more like capture. I'm kidnapped.
I mean, everybody wants to know where Flo is now. You know.
Flo is. He was in my closet for a couple years, just chilling in there. Yeah. Flo's in the closet. And recently, I moved him down to the storage room. I put him in one of my old suitcases, and I was like, bye, see you later. Yeah, he kind of symbolizes that kid part of myself, and every now and then I'll like go down and see how he's doing. I'm like, hey, what's up, man?
Kind of check up on him.
And he's like, yeah, I'm good.
So maybe bring him some food. I don't know, he might be hungry.
Yeah, I've been thinking about bringing him out for like a reunion video or something.
You really should. You really should.
I should. That would be an interesting idea.
Exactly. Now, do you keep in touch with the One Call guys? Do you keep in touch with everyone, like AG and Jose?
Well, let me see. AG, I haven't spoken with him in a while. I know he's like planning roots back at home as well. I think he's working at his parents' dance studio, and he seems really happy out there. Jose's traveling around the world singing, so that's amazing. I'm so proud of him. And he was actually in school in New York for a while, so I got to see him a couple times in the city. And we got to go ice skating and whatnot. It was really cool. And Justin was there as well, so it was like a little reunion.
That's so neat. Would you guys ever like to have a reunion, not get back together, but just all of you guys at once and kind of do something for everybody?
I mean, it's definitely possible. Like, we've never really talked about it because it's still kind of soon. But you know what? I honestly feel like a Menudo reunion.
Menudo.
Because that was a lot longer ago, so that's probably more likely to happen sooner.
That would be exciting.
I've been having dreams about that too. I've been dreaming about like Menudo being together, and I'm like, what does this mean?
Listen to your dreams, Menudo together. Oh, that's neat. And we saw Carlito on X Factor. Were you rooting for him on the show?
Right, absolutely. I was watching every week, and I voted for him like 50 times every night. It was awesome.
I know.
A limit on the votes, but I was definitely rooting for him. I'm glad that he made it so far.
Oh, I know. We were so happy for him. You ever want to do something like X Factor, The Voice, anything like that, or?
I've considered it, but I mean, I would have loved to do X Factor. Unfortunately, X Factor is not coming back.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a dream of mine to work with Simon Cowell, just on something, anything, one thing. I just gotta work on him.
Well, that would be neat if you get to work with Simon. We're rooting for you for that.
Yeah, Simon, I hope you're watching.
Exactly, Simon, if you're watching here. Okay, so he put together One Direction. If he chose you and put you together in a new boy band, would you do it?
Because it's Simon Cowell, yes.
Okay.
It would really depend, though. Like, I would. It depends on who's in the group with me, because you can't just throw 5 guys together. Like, I know he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But if he had a really good idea for a sound and a look, and I fit the project well, then sure, absolutely. I think I'm still young enough to do that. I think if I was a little older, I wouldn't.
Right.
But I'm 21. I mean, I'm still like pretty decent age for a boy band.
And then go ahead and tell us something we may not know about you. Anything random?
About me?
Yep.
I'm going to college. Starting college in January. It's about time. I'm going to Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Wow.
It's been my dream school since I was a kid, and I auditioned and I made it. So
congratulations! That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's gonna be an interesting experience. I'll get to be like a normal college kid for a little while.
Wow, that's so neat.
Yeah.
How long is that going to last for you? How long is it? The program?
I mean, it's 4 years, but I honestly don't expect to stay the full 4 years. I just kind of want to, get there and learn as much as I can. And if I don't need to stay for the full 4 years, I won't, because really, like I said before, my heart is in LA. Like, I really want to be out there. So if I can get out there sooner, then I'll do that.
Tell us what's a normal day like for you. What do you like to do in your free time? Tell us from start to finish, morning to end.
Oh man, that's difficult, because my days are very abnormal. And when I say abnormal, it's not like they're different all the time. They're just different from what everyone else's normal days are. Because my sleep schedule is so shifted that I go to sleep at like 5 in the morning and wake up at like noon.
Oh my goodness.
And then my days. Yeah. Like today, I did the same thing. Woke up at noon. I went to sleep at like 6 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have a very shifted schedule. I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
I get a lot of work done at night, and sometimes I just like to watch Netflix, play video games, and I do that. But I don't do that too often. Been working a lot on music, so let's see. I'll wake up. I'll run some errands. If my mom needs help around the house, I'll run some errands. I'll work on music. I'll video chat with Justin, because that's kind of what we usually do with music, since we're like an entire country apart, basically.
Do you cook at all? Do you know how to cook?
I'm pretty decent at cooking, and it's strange. I don't really cook when I'm at home, because I mean, my mom's like king of the castle. She does it like, and she's the best cook in the house. Mm-hmm. So I don't even want to touch that stove, because it's like, Mom, you can do this way better than I can. So I'll leave it up to you. But when I'm in Orlando, Justin and I cook all the time. Mm-hmm. Like every night we're cooking something different. Mostly pasta, because he's Italian and I love Italian food.
Yeah.
So there, like while we're there, we'll create things too. Like things that we've never made before. We'll just like, let's throw a little of this in there, let's throw a little of that in there, and we'll just like
have like your own show, like Master Chefs, and just like I picture you doing this. I don't know why. We
should. We'll call it dinner and music.
Dinner. That is awesome.
Right? Yeah, something original.
I'd watch it. That's neat. Celebrity crush. Currently, anyone?
Celebrity crush. Man, I really got to think about that. I try not to really pay attention too much to like pop culture like that. I watch a lot of movies though. Who do I love? I love Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence?
But I wouldn't say she's my celebrity crush.
How about a dream date for you? What would be like a dream date?
A dream date? Let's see. I would want to go hiking on like a nice trail. We have some really cool trails around here because it's very mountainous and whatnot and hilly. So we've got some cool trails around here. I'd love to do that. Take a walk by the Hudson River. Then, you know, go home, shower, get all nice and clean, dress up all fancy, and then go out for a nice dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And do you have a signature cologne that you wear?
At the moment, I wear Hugo Boss. But it's interesting because I got this specific bottle when I was in Menudo. Like, they gave us, like, these free samples. So I had the bottle, and I never opened it until, like, a couple months ago.
Oh, my gosh.
And I started using it, and it smells so good. And I'm afraid that I'm, like, about to run out because they discontinued it in the U.S.
They did. Oh, my gosh. Now, how big was the sample they gave you? Like a small sample, or it's enough to...
It's like normal, like a normal-sized cologne bottle.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I might either have to switch or just find it online.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind shipping it from another country.
No, they discontinued the best stuff.
I know. Like, I don't understand why. Like, people love this. I love this.
I know.
Keep it around just for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Chris Moy collection? Anybody? I was going to ask you, living in New York, do you come across any celebrities? Like, because I know they film like The Celebrity Apprentice, and people just walk on the streets and they see this stuff happening. Do you come across that, or do you not?
I've only come across it a few times, and it's only in the city. I never come across anyone up here. But when I'm in the city, I saw, I think the last person I saw was the guy who plays Gordo on Lizzie McGuire.
No way!
I saw him. He had like this funky mustache.
Oh my gosh!
And he was standing on the subway, and he was just like, he looked so depressed. I was like, man, is that Gordo?
Oh my gosh,
and I was like, that's Gordo. And I really wanted to say hi to him, like, yo, Gordo.
Hi, Gordo.
But I think he would have been really pissed off. He just looked like he was in a bad mood, so I was like, I'm just not going to start with him today.
Wait, so he looked totally different, though?
Yeah, he did. He just looked
like... Did he have the hair?
Yeah, he still had the hair, but it was, like, a little crazier, I think. I noticed the mustache. It was just the strangest mustache I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was just out of... So I was like, Gordo, you need a shave. Get that off your face.
Oh, man. That is actually really neat celebrity encounter, though.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, I can't believe that. But I see people all the time, and it's always, like, older Disney actors, because I saw one of the Maori sisters, Tia and Tamara. I saw one of them in the school.
Do you watch the soccer game now? Do you watch the World Cup?
I was just watching the USA game against Germany. I'm not like a big sports person. I mean, I wear a Yankee hat a lot, but I'm really not a big sports person.
Oh, you're not?
But my brothers are, so it's on all the time, and I see it. I watch the Olympics, though. I like the Olympics.
Ah, what do you like watching for the Olympics?
I like watching the gymnastics. Yeah, Justin got me into it in, like, 2012. And that was really exciting. That was, like, the first time I watched the Olympics.
Twitter and Instagram, do you have a favorite tweet that you've tweeted?
Oh, man. I used to favorite my own tweets so that I could remember them for, like, years later. If I wanted to retweet them or if I wanted to just, like, remember all the brilliant stuff I come up with.
Oh, that's smart.
But when I started doing what everyone else does, kind of similar to, like, liking things on Facebook, where you just favorite things.
Right.
So I started doing that, and I kind of lost track of everything. But I have this app called Time Hop, and it shows me tweets from today, a year ago, 2 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
That is so neat.
Yeah, actually, the reason I found out yesterday was Michael's 5th anniversary from his death was because I had a time hop from 5 years ago.
Oh, so let you know. That is so cool. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Now, do you think people can recognize if you tweet something from like years ago again? Do you think people like spot that? Like, Chris, you've tweeted that, or you're good?
I think I'm pretty good. I don't feel like a lot of people pay attention to my opinion.
Your tweets are good.
Well, I'm a pretty good. I've got some pretty decent content, but I do spend a lot more time on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah, I spend a lot more time on Instagram than anything else because it's just like easier. Oh, it's more fun. Like I like editing photos and stuff. I've always liked it, and I've gotten better at it over the years. And it's just fun. I stopped taking a lot of selfies too. I used to post a lot of selfies, but my friends were like, "Chris, you post a lot of selfies." I was like, "Fine, I'll slow it down."
Oh.
Yeah. I'm on Tumblr a lot too.
Oh, on Tumblr.
I get a lot of people on my Tumblr because I post funny stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm always getting, "Oh, Chris, I was up all night on your thing. I didn't get any sleep because I was laughing so hard." I'm like, "I'm sorry, but thanks."
Do you have a favorite person you like following on Instagram and Twitter? Anybody?
I like Barbara Palvin.
Yeah?
I like Barbara Palvin. Do you know her?
Yeah. We just heard from Justin. He likes her too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we bond over girls on Instagram. Like, dude, did you see this girl? Oh my God, did you see this girl? So yeah, Barbara Palvin. I like Tyler Oakley too. He's fun.
Yeah.
And Kevin is great on Instagram. I'm always liking his stuff.